Well, it is Friday, July 11th, and Mike and I are about to begin our yearly pilgrimage back out to Colorado for hiking some 14ers. We should be getting here in the next 10 or 20 minutes. In the meantime, I'm making tacos. We've got some good storms that are coming our way right now, so it should be interesting. Hopefully they'll blow over before we're having to drive, but might be a little hairy to start.
I saw the biggest screen.
They
How
say.
long does this lane assist work? Saw, you know.
Well, Mike and I are back out in Colorado and back out ready to bag some 14ers. Right now we just departed Mount Princeton. Had a, so you could say, bumpy ride up the four-wheel drive road to get to the trailhead. Should be a pretty fun hike. Easy hike. I already have incredible views down into the valley below. Well, we're about a half mile in right now. I'm making pretty quick progress. It's beautiful, like 60 degrees outside. Partly cloudy, which not the greatest thing. Hopefully there's not storm clouds. Got a bit of a late start. And we've seen quite a few people come down the mountain. Pretty sure we're the only ones going up right now. Started our hike at 11 something, which is not recommended. But the clouds didn't look terribly scary, and we'll just turn around if we hear thunder or anything. Mike and I just took a turn off the road. Kind of right at tree line right now. So I got about just under 2 miles, about 2,400 feet of elevation. Well, Mike and I just got our first good view of Princeton from up close. We just talked to some hikers and they kind of confirmed what we were thinking, with there most likely being rain coming in. Nothing looks super scary yet, so we'll just keep going until we can't. Well, we made it to the class 2 terrain. I'm down an eye right now. Got much of sunscreen left eye and trying to get it out. So far unsuccessful. Not very fun, would not recommend. My pirate days are over. I think I got all the sunscreen out of my eye. Makes a world of difference when you're trying to route find in a boulder field. I don't know, Mike, we probably are past 40, maybe even 50 people. Quite a few people have come down. We haven't seen anyone other than us going up. That's something. We'll probably have the summit to ourselves if we can make it there. So I don't know if you can make it out, but there's 2 people either at or pretty close to the summit. Just talked to a guy and he said there's plenty of people coming down still. Well, we are nearing the ridge. A little while back, the trail kind of deviated in a few spots, and people were telling us it's just kind of a choose your own adventure. So we're getting close. Finally feel like we're actually making progress. Mike and I made it to the ridge for the final, well, might have a few breaks, but final push. It is just gorgeous up here. It's essentially no wind, dead quiet. By my estimation, I'd say it's about 51 degrees, maybe 52. Somewhere in the 50s probably. Just beautiful. Clouds are still there, a little spooky looking, but it doesn't seem to be getting worse. So knock on wood, but I think if we keep going at about the pace we're going, we might make it. There's some hikers coming down the different way. As you can see, we kind of gain the ridge and we'll walk the ridge versus whatever they're doing. Mike and I are getting pretty close. See some rain there. I think it's going to be a race to the finish. Well, hello from the bug-infested summit of Princeton. 14,200, give or take. 14er number 16 for me, and soon to be 15 for Mike. It's beautiful up here. Great views. It is a tough hike, especially just kind of driving from Wisconsin, all of a sudden being up here. No break or acclimation or anything. We definitely, but we probably should have turned around. We were pretty close to the summit. There's been some thunder from a storm, I don't know, 5-10 miles in the distance, but it was moving the opposite direction of us, or kind of away from us, so we kept pushing unless we saw something close to us. Some of the clouds behind us are a little. Mike and I are starting our descent down Princeton. It's gonna be a little slow going. You can kind of see our route down below. A lot of rock finding, or route finding, rock scrambling. Mike and I were gonna take a long-awaited break. Just turned around for the first time in a while, and holy smokes! I think we're gonna go a little bit longer before catching some rest.
And the other thing to remember too.
Well, Mike and I made it back to his car. About 6.7 miles. A little bit further than the trail guide said. I think we pressed our luck a little hard, but came away safe, and got another 14er under the books. Why not why? Well, Mike and I are at our campsite. See our tents back there. Getting ready to hike up Mount Sherman tomorrow. We were both very defeated and tired from Princeton earlier today, and complete lack of sleep basically in the last 2 days, so I think we're both going to crash pretty hard. Not intending on waking up early, but we'll see. Yeah, it's a tough day, and happy to just kind of relax next to this nice stream right here. Well, good morning. It's about 5:30 right now. Woke up, I don't know, at like 3 o'clock and was kind of in and out of sleep. Lots of cars are heading to Mount Sherman right now. Pretty nice view. Mike and I just departed from a little bit lower than the uppermost trailhead from Mount Sherman. Just a gorgeous morning, bluebird sky, and a phenomenal sunrise. Should be a bit of a easier hike than yesterday. I think we're looking at just over 5 miles, a little over 2,000 feet of elevation. Or you can keep going. Mike and I are just taking our first little break. Let's see, all the way down there, Mike's truck. So we've trekked, I think, about a half mile, or just under a half mile so far. This really cool mine here. It makes me wonder what a day in the life of a miner was out in Colorado. They're not ideal conditions to be in. Mike and I are taking another quick little break. Trying to take it real easy today. No reason to try to rush anything because we got the late start. There's going to be a million people on the summit. Might be able to make out quite a few people. Assuming you just kind of follow the ridge, and that's probably Sherman right there.
In front of us, there's a lot of people here. So it is an easier for.
I think spirits are higher today. Just taking it easy. Taking lots of breaks. We're part of the big conga line of people. Before us and after us, there's just dozens and dozens and dozens of people. It makes sense, it's a weekend with beautiful weather. Mike and I just reached the saddle. Still see a million people going up and down. It's been a great hike so far. Feeling good today. It's beautiful views. Mike and I are near the top. Maybe another, I don't know, 15-20 minute hike, depending on how many breaks we take. So lots and lots of people. It's kind of the story. We just gained, I should say we gained the ridge just a little bit ago, but just got our first good views of the summit push. There's not a cloud. You can see the summit right there. Some snow on it. Middle of July. Beautiful views.
Pretty well.
Trying my hand at a little bit of winter hiking. Getting closer. Well, Mike and I made it to the summit. We're in a little cubby rock structure. Just eating some snacks, enjoying the views. Snack of choice, Pop-Tarts. I think I counted like 35 people, 30 something people up at the summit. It's, pretty crazy. I think the busiest summit we've ever been on. Mike and I are just about to head down. I don't know why, but the last 2 hikes I brought my DSLR, barely even used it, so I guess I just like carrying extra weight, making things more difficult for myself. But it's a really cool mountain. Easy but cool. You can see the DeCalibron over there. Where is it? Ross, Lincoln, Cameron, and Democrat. Did that one a couple years ago. That was a fun hike. The hike down Sherman is pretty fun. Got this kind of cool ridge walk. Nothing difficult, but just adds a little flair. A lot less hairy than Princeton, which is a good thing because I did bring my shaver. So I'd like to apologize for my joke. That was pretty bad. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see like a 4x4 or something too. Must be doing support. I stumbled upon some sort of bike race that's going on.
Trying to capture his fall, huh?
Hopefully.
That's what friends are for.
Yes, sir.
Sliding down.
Can't pick up any speed.
No.
Mike and I made it back to the car. I think I counted 72 vehicles in total. It's not counting whatever's further down the road at any other trailhead or parked on the road. Beautiful hike. The sun is just beating down on us right now, so I'm looking forward to getting out of the sun. Yeah, it's a beautiful morning. Really cool. We got to see a moose cross the road as we were driving up here. So that was really neat. Yeah, Mount Sherman, number 17, complete. I don't know about you, I don't see any pirates around here.
It's cheaper to just rent a room for $100-some a night.
Well, Mike and I are hanging out at a hotel. We always like to treat ourselves at least one night. A trip to a comfy bed and a shower. Got a phenomenal sunset going on right now. I think the plan is, if we're feeling good, to do Quandry Peak tomorrow and then start the journey back home. There we go. All right, hello, good morning. Mike and I, see Mike recording his little video, are at the base of the Blue Lakes trailhead, Quandry Peak, behind me. Should be a pretty short hike, but a very steep one, so we'll see how this goes. About 5 miles and a little under 3,000 feet of elevation, I think. It's absolutely gorgeous here. There's an easy way to get to it. Mike and I have been blessed with beautiful bluebird skies, or nearly bluebird skies, for most of our hiking so far. Let's have a little scare on Princeton to start this hike on a nice easy dirt road and kind of follow that, loop around, eventually end up there. Lake here, reservoir. Started all the way down there. Got a nice easy trail. Walk up. Pretty nice warm up actually for how sore we are. So I don't mind the extra mileage. Mike and I made it up to the upper reservoir. Quandry's up there, and I believe where the snow is, that's our descent, if we so choose to do that. Doesn't look too bad. See what we're saying later. Slowly, very slowly making our way up from the reservoir. Route finding is pretty much non-existent or completely needed. There's no route that we can find, but kind of going off maps, we have a rough idea where we're going. Okay. I think we found our next spot. See that little pile of rocks on the big rock? Kind of helps guide you, but this is nothing but boulders down below. Oh, that's muddy. I think we finally found our trail right here. Something well defined, at least for a little while. Okay, well, we accidentally got off trail somehow, but back, heading up towards this. So you're gonna be hard pressed to find water that's clearer than that.
Chicken.
Alright, made it up the first part of the gully. From what we can tell, you can see a cairn right there. Kind of shoot up ahead, I think try to get in between these snow piles and then start the ridge climb. It's not completely easy to tell. Route finding is the name of the game today. It's not always been easy.
To the top of this.
Alright, well, we made it to the saddle. This is where the fun begins. Whoa. That is beautiful. Don't know what mountains these are. You can see, came from down there. A lot of zigzagging. There's the reservoir. I can see the trail. It's kind of cool. When we've been hiking, we've been coming across this like metallic stuff. You can kind of see it right here. Silver in color. You can bend it and move it with your fingers. I don't know what it is. It's not silver, I can tell you that. We are beginning our ridge hike. So far it's pretty nice. We have a bit of a trail to follow. I think there's maybe 2 or 3 little class 3 sections, but nothing that should be too difficult for us in our experience. After a fun little section on the ridge, we crossed over to the left side. We can kind of make out a trail that we follow. Just heard thunder a little bit ago. Thinking maybe from that storm. Not quite sure, but I think we're mostly in the clear. Especially if we don't be lazy about things. The clouds are looking a little bit scarier over there, but still not a whole lot of thunder. We're gonna just keep pushing. The clouds in front of us don't seem too bad still. I don't think it's we'll turn around and we'll make adjustments as needed. But I think I'm confident that we're okay. See, dipping dots falling from the sky. Yeah, it's getting a little more intense, but let's see what we got there. Mike and I are down climbing right now. We just made it to 14,000 feet where the class 3 was about to start, and both of us were getting shocked with electricity and static in the air, hearing like radio static. So we are down climbing as fast as we can. It's just after 11 o'clock in the morning. These storms are firing up early. I think we're gonna try to get as low as we can, reasonably. Maybe get back at the saddle, see what's going on. There's plenty of blue sky to our, I think that's the west. But these clouds have been pretty slow moving, so I don't know if they're just gonna hover here and I just have to call it quits. Just got done talking with Mike. We both agree we're just done with the hike. I'd rather be alive than summit of 14. It's just not worth it. the mountain will still be here next year. Say the hail has been shocked again. Just gotta keep going down safely and fast. The ridge there. See the mountain. I do not want to be up there in that. Hearing occasional thunder from all these different storms. So once we get down there, I'll feel a lot better. All right, we made it back to kind of the bowl or the basin, whatever it's called. Didn't go down from the saddle the way that we came up. Kind of took a shortcut. It was a little bit steeper, but honestly felt a lot safer, a lot less exposed. Nothing really protecting you there, but got some taller stuff there. I think we just made it to some sort of path. Definitely not out of the woods yet, but holy crap, it's like little sinkholes.
Yeah. I don't think I'll ever forget that sound. Yeah, we were on the lower.
Yeah, I think we crossed.
Down there.
I think we crossed somewhere down here. Now we're not where we are, but we're going down. Made it back. Feel a lot safer, a lot better. That was very scary.
I'm hungry now.
Well, Mike and I are back at the truck. About 7-ish, a little over 7 miles, and a little over 4 hours later. It feels good to be somewhere a little bit lower ground. Yeah, that was a doozy. I'd say it was a difficult decision, but it really wasn't. As soon as we heard that static and got shocked, just immediately, it's like a computer or something, just head down, get down fast. And yeah, proud of us today for making that decision. Pretty scary, but good lesson.
No, I've had them. They were in my workshop area, covered.
Well, after surviving our ordeal in Quandry Peak, figured we'd reward ourselves with a visit to Breckenridge Brewery in Littleton. So we're on our way there now. Eating some potentially warm and bad cheese. Get a couple beers in us, and then yeah, start the journey back. Days.